18. Matakabhatta Jataka, Book 1, Ekanipada, The Feast for the Dead. How does sacrificial worship trap the ignorant ones in the ocean of samsara forever? The Buddha spoke about the feast for the dead while he was staying in the Jita Grove. At that time, many people sacrificed sheep and goats as offerings to their deceased relatives to celebrate the feast for the dead. Having seen what these people had done, the monks asked the Buddha,
Lord Buddha, people killed the animals as offerings to their deceased loved ones to celebrate the feast for the dead. Are there any benefits in this practice?
No, O monks. There is absolutely no benefit in destroying sentient beings, even if it is done with a noble intention. The enlightened one of the past taught the Dharma while seated in the sky, teaching people the danger of this action. Many had abandoned the practice. Yet, after multiple rounds of rebirth, people have forgotten about the peril of sacrificial offering, and the practice has reappeared. Once, in Benares, there was a Brahmin teacher who was very well versed in the 3 Vedas. To celebrate the feast for the dead, he instructed his students to fetch a goat for a sacrificial offering to the dead. Take this goat down to the river and wash it. Place a garland around its neck and bring it back, the Brahmin teacher said. Very well, said the students, who took the goat to the river for a bathing, adored it with a garland and placed it on the riverbank. The goat, having remembered its past lives, was overjoyed, thinking, today I'm going to be liberated from the suffering of this existence. It gave a hearty laugh like the smashing of a pot. Then it thought, oh dear, this Brahmin, by having me killed, will receive the same suffering as I've had. Feeling compassion for the Brahmin, it cried out loudly. Perplexed at the goat's behavior, the students asked, Goat, you laughed and cried very loudly. Why did you laugh? Why did you cry? Ask me this question in the presence of your teacher, said the goat. The students took the goat and explained to the teacher what had happened. The teacher asked the goat, Goat, tell me, why did you laugh and then weep at the same time? The goat, understanding his karma through his memory of past lives, said to the Brahmin, Brahmin, in my former life, I was a Brahmin just like you. To celebrate the festival of the dead, I killed a goat. Because of killing a single goat, I was reborn as a goat and have had my head cut off 500 times, all but one. This is my 500th and last rebirth. I laughed aloud because I know I will be freed from the suffering of this karma today. Nevertheless, I cried because you, by having me killed for a sacrificial offering, will be doomed to a similar fate, just like me. I wept out of compassion for you. Fear not, goat, said the Brahmin. I will not kill you. What are you saying? Whether you kill me or not, I cannot escape death today, said the goat. I will protect you and guard you from being killed. Brahmin, your protection is weak, but my evil karma is strong. Releasing the goat, the Brahmin said, let us protect the goat from being killed by anyone. He followed the goat around accompanied by his students. As soon as the goat was released, it stretched its neck to graze at the leaves of a bush growing at the top of a rock. At that instant, a bolt of lightning struck that rock, which split off and fell on the goat's outstretched neck, cutting off its head. At that time, a bodhisattva who had been reborn as a tree deity in that place. If these beings understood the fruits of evil doing, perhaps they would desist from killing, he thought. Sitting cross-legged in the sky through his divine powers, the bodhisattva taught the truth to these people. If only beings knew that this was the cause of a miserable rebirth, living beings would cease taking life. Stern is the slayer's doom, for the killer's lament. The people, having heard the Dharma from the bodhisattva, the Buddha, stopped killing animals for sacrificial offering. This Jataka is a past life account of how ignorant people practice sacrificial worship to appease the dead. What is the core message of the Buddha's teachings in this Jataka tale, Matakabhatta Jataka, the feast for the dead? Are there any spiritual traditions that continue to practice animal sacrifice, human sacrifice, or symbolic human sacrifice to worship a divine being? Do you think it is justifiable to kill animals or sacrifice humans for the purpose of worship in the name of divine love or obedience? How does the very act of sacrificial worship trap the ignorant ones in the ocean of samsara forever?
The awakening mind is your true nature. Subscribe to Lotus Happiness to unleash the greatest potential within you.